Hello and welcome to the Southern View special edition. Here is it Dabba versus double engine Sarkar battle that's playing out in Tamil Nadu as the Prime Minister descended at Maduranthakam, holding a show of strength of the NDA, declaring war against the DMK virtually, calling out the DMK on issues of corruption and also reiterating the commitment of the BJP as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. Sharp reactions coming back as well from the DMK. Vasudha Venugopal has been at Maduranthakam all day. Vasudha joining us live. Vasudha, tell us, what's the sense you're picking up from the Prime Minister's rally? Oh, we'll try and go across to Vasudha in just a bit when we can get through to her. But let's take you through the breaking news that's coming in at the moment. A sharp reaction coming in from MK Stalin on social media to the Prime Minister's attack on the DMK at Maduranthakam. Stalin, of course, declaring a return war on the Prime Minister as far as this, asking if the double engine Sarkar is as good as in states like Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, which are opposition ruled, saying that your Dabba engine has not entered. So sharp reaction from MK Stalin as well in that post. He says, Honorable Prime Minister, sir, despite all the barriers imposed by the Union BJP government, Tamil Nadu has achieved the kind of development that history speaks of by shattering them. Think about it little. Compared to the double-engine quote-unquote states you mentioned, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Telangana, Karnataka and West Bengal, the states where your Dabba engine or poor engine hasn't entered are the ones soaring high in development. That sharp reaction coming from MK Stalin, and that's a repartee on social media to the Prime Minister's address earlier in the day, which was again as sharp. The Prime Minister reiterating on the NDA's campaign to dislodge the DMK government, sending out a strong message saying the NDA has done more for Tamil Nadu than the UPA government and the DMK, raising the issue of Deepam, invoking Jayalalitha's name, the former late AIA-DMK chief. Remember, the BJP has been stitching together all the various factions of the AIA-DMK like the AMMK, which have had friction with Edappadi Palanichami, the leader of opposition, together under the NDA alliance. You had Anbumani Ramdas there as well on the stage at Maduranthakam, seen virtually as the NDA launching off its election campaign. Is the flavor of the NDA different? One where the BJP asserting its own identity as far as this election campaign, making it truly a battle between a coalition versus the DMK and not allowing it to be an AI-DMK battle alone. Let's listen into all those reactions that came in from Maduranthakam before we put those tough questions across to our special panel this evening.
डीएमके सरकार को अब लोग सीएमसी सरकार कह रहे हैं। सीएमसी सरकार यानी करप्शन, माफिया और क्राइम को बढ़ावा देने वाली सरकार। डीएमके सरकार सिर्फ एक परिवार की जी हजूरी में ही लगी हुई है। मैं ये साफ साफ देख सकता हूं, डीएमके सरकार के एग्जिट का काउंटडाउन शुरू हो चुका है। अभी कुछ दिनों पहले जब भगवान मुरुगन के दीप को लेकर एक विवाद खड़ा किया गया तो हमारे नेताओं ने भक्तों के अधिकारों के लिए आवाज उठाने का काम किया, लेकिन डीएमके और इनके साथियों ने वोट बैंक को खुश करने के लिए कोई तक को नहीं छोड़ा।
மக்களுக்கு இந்த ஆட்சி கொடுத்தது வேதனை, துன்பம், எல்லா துறைகளிலும் ஊழல், ஊழல் இல்லாத துறையே கிடையாது. மக்களை வாட்டி வதைக்கின்ற அரசாங்கம் தேவையா? மக்களோட ஆட்சி அகற்றப்பட வேண்டும். ஒரு குடும்பம் வாழ 8 கோடி மக்களை சுரண்டுவது நியாயமா? ஆட்சி பொறுப்பேற்று 4.25 ஆண்டு காலத்திலே அவர் செய்த சாதனை ஒன்றே ஒன்று, ஊழல் ஊழல் ஊழல். திரு ஸ்டாலினுக்கு பிறகு உதயநிதி ஸ்டாலின் வர வேண்டும் என்று எண்ணுகின்றார்.
There you heard it, the Prime Minister first and then Edappadi Palanichami, they're hitting out at the DMK. The DMK, of course, hitting back. Remember, the NDA stitching up its alliance, virtually seen this rally at Maduranthakam, this campaign at Maduranthakam, sort of the launch of the NDA's election campaign for 2026 Tamil Nadu expected in the second week or third week of April. The elections, let's listen in to the DMK's reaction. We just gave you MK Stalin's reaction on X, a sharp hit back at the Prime Minister, making it a Dabba engine versus double engine battle for Tamil Nadu. Let's listen in to TKS Ilangovan of the DMK for the DMK's first reaction to the Prime Minister's speech at Maduranthakam.
He is wrong. Only where the BJP is ruling, all these things are existing. Corruption. Now, they had started built a water tank for 21 crores. Within 2 or 3 days, it had fallen down and broke. What was the corruption in that? Why this has happened? Is it not corruption? Wherever there is BJP rule, the corruption exists in those states, not in Tamil Nadu. He may say anything, but they will charge us that DMK wrongly, and all are blatant lies. But their administration is the worst. We have brought in a legislation that any person from Hindu, who is a Hindu, whichever caste he belongs, he can perform pujas if he is properly trained. Let Modi bring such a legislation. Then he can claim that he is he is serving Hinduism. In Tirupparangundram, we only wanted the practice which was happening for more than hundreds of years to be followed. Because it was followed, it was done by the people, Hindu devotees of Muruga, who were doing that. These people were fighting against those devotees of Muruga. And they are accusing us that we are against Hindus.
Vasudha Venugopal finally able to join us because she is fighting through the traffic on the way back from Maduranthakam. Vasudha, been a tough day for you on the field there. Dabba engine versus double engine seems to be the battle that's building up in Tamil Nadu after MK Stalin's repartee to the Prime Minister's hit at the DMK. What's the sense you're picking up? What's the sense within the NDA from the Maduranthakam rally?
Well, Veera, I'm in Maramalai Nagar, which is slightly away from Guduvancheri, and I'm proceeding. I'm going to Chennai, and the Maduranthakam rally was huge. There was massive crowd, and I did feel that it was a rainbow coalition because, every supporter made it very clear that he or she has come for a specific person. There were people who have come for Edappadi, there are people who had come for the Prime Minister, there were people who came for Anbumari Ramdas, and of course people who came for TTV Dinakaran as well. And the BJP supporters were seen distributing those, pictures with the Ram Mandir and of course Sri Ram in it, wishing everybody a very happy New Year. There were other people who basically said that, they are here because they want the DMK government to go. That seems to be the larger sentiment. But if you look at the Prime Minister's speech, he has called for an NDA government. It's clear that the BJP is making decisions here and it is bringing the coalition together. It's the only party that is responsible for getting the entire alliance on track, and now it looks like at least, there is a sense that there seems to be a significant strength in terms of numbers and arithmetic, and there seems to be some thinking that has gone into building an alliance or rebuilding an alliance that seemed to have dispersed to take on the DMK. So that clearly is the message that the Prime Minister has given out. He of course brought in regular aspects, Tiruparankundram, corruption, investment, but he did not really mention the elephant in the room, TVK and Vijay. He chose not to speak about it entirely, which also in some ways shows a glimpse into what the strategy could be like in the next few days. But yes, I did speak to a few people and this is what they said at the Maduranthakam rally. Madam, இந்த வாட்டி நீங்க PM ஓட ரேலிக்கு வந்திருக்கீங்க. என்ன எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்ஸ் கவர்மெண்ட் கிட்ட இருந்து என்ன கேட்க பாக்குறீங்க?
நாங்கள் கேட்குறது என்னங்க, ஏழைப்பட்டவங்களுக்கு சகாயம் செய்யணும், ரைத்தருக்கு ஏதோ உதவி செய்யணும், அவங்களுக்கு இல்லாத எதுனா இது பண்ணணும், 100 நாள் வேலையை அவங்களுக்கு தொடர்ந்து கொடுத்து அவங்கள பிரதமரை நல்லா ஆகணுன்றது தான் ஒரு இது எங்களுக்கு.
She's seeking, refinement in the Manrega scheme, and she's also saying that, all that we want is that the government should do pro-poor activities. நீங்களா யாரை பார்க்க வந்திருக்கீங்க? இது என்னது? எங்க கொடுத்தாங்க இங்க? இது காட்டுங்க கொஞ்சம். இது காட்டுங்க. What is this? இது? So this is the thing that all the participants of this rally have gotten. It's Jai Shri Ram, and it wishes people, yes, it wishes people a happy new year and happy Pongal. யாரை பார்க்க வந்திருக்கீங்க மேடம்?
மோடி பார்க்க வந்துக்கிறோம். மோடி சார் பார்க்க வந்திருக்கோம்.
மோடினா என்ன பிடிக்கும்? பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர் பத்தி என்ன?
வந்து 100 நாள் வேலை செய்கிறோம். அது வந்து எங்களுக்கு காசுலாம் கம்மியாக வருது. அவர் வந்து இப்போ 150 நாள் வேலை கொடுத்தா நாங்களாம் பழிப்போம்.
So these are all people who get employed by Manrega, and they feel that they want more refinement in the scheme. என்ன எதிர்பார்க்குறீங்க? என்ன வேணும்னு கேட்குறீங்க? இப்போ வந்து அந்த 100 நாள் வேலையில் நிறைய வந்து இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட் வந்திருக்குன்னு மோடி சொல்லியிருக்காரு. அது அந்த நம்பிக்கை இருக்கா உங்களுக்கு?
நம்பிக்கை இருக்குது, அதனால தான் வந்திருக்கோம்.
Okay, so they are saying that they are happy with the changes that have happened in the Manrega thing, which has now become Viksit Bharat Ji Ramji bill. Let me also speak to some young people here. நீங்களா வந்து youngsters, நீங்க வந்து யாரை சப்போர்ட் பண்றீங்க? என்ன ஒரு what is your expectation from the next government?
நான் மோடிஜிக்கு தான் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுறோம்.
Why?
இப்போ இருக்கிற ஆட்சி சரியில்லை. இப்போ இருக்கிற ஆட்சி வந்து மது போதைகள் நிறையா இருக்குது. எல்லாம் எந்த விதத்துலையுமே
drug abuse here.
விலைவாசி உயர்வு இருக்குது, எல்லாமே உயர்வாக இருக்குது. அதனால் மோடிஜி வந்தால் எல்லாமே கொஞ்சம் மாறும்ன்ற நம்பிக்கை இருக்குது.
She's saying that the state is not in good hands, and she says that there's a problem of drug abuse and there's also a problem of unemployment, and she says that if the BJP-led NDA comes, then there'll be more changes. This is the Prime Minister sounding the poll bugle in Tamil Nadu's Maduranthakam. We have the BJP supporters on one side, the AIDMK supporters on one side. What is your expectation for the next government? In our election varapodinga.
For the next government, I'm expecting education. There should be improvement in education. Then also what I'm expecting is employment. Most of the people are educated right now, but employment is very low and less here because most of them are entering into the employment in the illegal way. What I'm expecting is totally
reforms in the education sector. Yes sir, what do you want?
பாத்தீங்கன்னா நான் திருவண்ணாமலை வடக்கு மாவட்டம் ஆரணி சட்டமன்ற தொகுதியிலிருந்து வரேன். திராவிட மாடல் ஆட்சி ஒழிய வேண்டும், குடும்ப ஆட்சி ஒழிய வேண்டும், மன்னர் ஆட்சி நடத்தி கொண்ட திராவிட வீழ்த்த வேண்டும். He wants dynasty politics to end. நீங்களா இங்க காமா இருக்கீங்க. உங்களுக்கு நீங்க மோடி ஐயாவை பார்க்க வந்திருக்கீங்களா?
எல்லாம் வந்திருக்கோமா ஐயா பக்கத்து
இந்த வாட்டி பாத்தீங்கன்னா கூட்டணி ரொம்ப பெருசா இருக்கு. ஒரு நார்மல் உங்களுக்கு என்ன எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் இருக்கு? இந்த கூட்டணி will it be able to challenge the DMK TVK factor? இந்த வாட்டி விஜய் ஃபேக்டரும் இருக்காரு. எப்படி உங்களுக்கு என்ன எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்?
எங்களை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் எல்லாம் சாதகமாக இருக்குது. மக்கள் வந்து ஃபுல்லாகவே எங்கள் பக்கம் தான் இருக்கிறாங்க. நீங்களே பார்த்துருப்பீங்க, நாங்கள் சொல்லணும் இல்லை, நாங்கள் தான்.
There are some youngsters here in the movie. இப்போ வந்து கொஞ்ச நாளா இந்த ஜனநாயகன் பராசக்தி இந்த பேட்டில் இருக்கு. ஜனநாயகன் ரிலீஸ் ஆகல. உங்களுக்கு என்ன எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்? இப்போ இங்க NDA ரேலிக்கு வந்திருக்கீங்க, ஆனா விஜய் ஃபேக்டரும் இருக்கு. வாட் இஸ் யோர் ப்ரெஃபரன்ஸ்?
நான் என்ன சொல்றதுன்னு தெரியல, ஆனா நாங்க பிஜேபி தான்.
எதுக்கு? என்ன who is the factor?
எப்படி சொல்றதுன்னா, நாட்டில் சரியான திருத்தம் இல்லை. இப்போ இவங்க வந்தால் திருத்தம் நடக்கும்னு நம்புகிறோம், நடக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அவ்வளோதான். ஒளிஞ்சி EPS Annamalai.
So he wants EPS and he wants Annamalai. Youngsters here saying that do you like Vijay?
Yeah.
They like Vijay, but they are voting for the NDA alliance because they have belief in Narendra Modi and Edapadi Palanichami. Women உங்களுக்கு வந்து என்ன எதிர்பார்க்குறீங்க? என்ன ஒரு சேஃப்டி வேணுமா, லா அண்ட் ஆர்டர் வேணுமா, என்ன எதிர்பார்க்குறீங்க?
எல்லாரும் அவர் கொடுத்துருவார். எடப்பாடி சார் வந்தாருன்னா எல்லாம் கிடைக்கும் எங்களுக்கு.
அப்படியா? ஏன் அப்படி சொல்றீங்க? Why are you saying that?
செய்வார் மக்களுக்கு.
Strong supporter of Edapadi Palanichami here. So rainbow supporters here from different parties, some of them supporting EPS and some of them strong supporters of Narendra Modi, saying that reform is the only way forward even for Tamil Nadu.
Well, so the battle there, that is of course the BJP rally crowd that was there, that was speaking to Vasudha there, giving us a mood of the sense of that NDA's big rally there at Maduranthakam. But is this going to be a Dabba engine versus double engine battle in Tamil Nadu? Who's got the steam? Who's got the allies? Who's got the arithmetic? We've been having these conversations for a few days now. Expect us to keep having many more of this as we go along into election season. It's slightly raining and drizzling here in Chennai, perhaps the tail end of the northeast monsoon. Soon the election heat will pick up. And joining me this evening is that panel who you would expect to see very often on TV from now on, Sumant Raman, who's been tracking Tamil Nadu very closely. Thanks very much, Sumant, for joining us. Kovai Satyan of the AIADMK, Lakshmi Ramachandran of the Congress. We'll have Vijay Dharani of the BJP, a former MLA, and in a bit we'll have Salem Dharanitharan of the DMK join us. Kovai Satyan, let me ask you the first question, given that it's the AIA-DMK-led alliance, as you call it, that's launched its election rally today. Of course, the Prime Minister's speech reiterating the BJP's identity as the glue that's brought the NDA together, while the AIA-DMK is the singular prime focal point and the two-leaf symbol, the most powerful component of the NDA in Tamil Nadu. Is there a sense that this time it's going to be a coalition battle, one where the AIADMK's identity is a little less muted and the BJP's identity far stronger?
So we can't postmortem on whose identity is better in a state, because everybody knows it's AIADMK, which is more stronger and powerful. The message sent today is clear. The alliance is on a common ground, and the common ground is to get rid of this dynasty rule of DMK, misrule of DMK, as Honorable Prime Minister put it across, CMC, mafia, corruption, crime. But the one more message which is more important is, any elections which is fought with an alliance, the combination has to get resonated on the ground between the party cadres. Party cadres has to gel well with each other, which you saw on the rally. You went around with you interviewing a couple of people. You could see the synergy with everybody infusing confidence that we are in the winning ally. We are in the winning team. That is more important. Unlike my opposition, where they don't know whether Congress is an ally with them. What is the power sharing status as demanded by Congress? Congress had a rally last month. They said that they are going to demand 117 seats from DMK, and they are going to ask for power sharing, which MK Stalin is mum. He has not said anything. And what about the other parties which has lost the symbol and recognition? And how cadres are going to take it forward? So we have kick-started the election work. And wherein our opposition, which claimed to be a formidable alliance, that myth is busted. Now they are lagging far behind us.
They have the discipline and they also have the arithmetic together. Respond to the fact that he's pointing out that the DMK-led alliance in Tamil Nadu has still not got its entire act together. That's the allegation he's making. Respond to that.
Is the question to me?
Very funny. No, I think to me, right? Dharanitharan or?
You, between the allies, you can decide who can have. You may not be able to share power, but you can share a question. I'll come to the question to you next, Lakshmi. Let Salem Dharanitharan respond first. Go ahead, Salem Dharanitharan.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't see who was in the panel, unfortunately. See, it's very funny. DMK's alliance is constant in 2018, right? It is an ideological alliance and there's no friction whatsoever. It's been made clear by the Congress Working Committee as well, with the high-level meeting they had. On the other hand, ADMK's alliance, for example, it existed with BJP in 21. In 2024, they didn't have an alliance. And then, okay, DMDK was with them last election. Now DMDK remains non-committal. Okay, TTV has joined them, but half the members of TTV have come and now joined the DMK. They had PMK with them, the NDA, and 21 with them. Now PMK is into two factions. The other faction is trying to join us. So similarly, even in OPS, who was with the NDA, in 24 and again with NDA in 21, it remains non-committal and some of the leaders have joined us, which means our alliance has only grown in strength. In fact, in comparison to 21, we now have Kamal Hassan, Makkal Nidhi Mayam, who has joined us, and our alliance is intact. So I don't understand what this is about. This is an alliance that has been working for 4 elections together, which means that the cadres also know each other. Cadres of, for example, DMK knows the cadres of Congress and DMK know the cadres of VCK, CPA, CMs. We all work together as one family. But in case of ADMK, in 24. They didn't fight the elections together with the
Get your ally
BJP.
also to
The alliance got
Lakshmi,
split.
there is is there a sense that there is going to be friction as you head into seat sharing, or is there smooth run ahead? Because the accusation that's been made is that the Congress is demanding too many seats on the one side, and number two, the bogey of power sharing that's been fired by some sections of your party isn't very healthy for your long tested ally of 2 decades, the DMK.
Is it to me? Hello?
Yes, Lakshmi, this one's to you.
Yeah. See,
Yes, it has to
our alliance, India alliance, is intact and it is led by the DMK in the state. And as far as seat sharing and power sharing is concerned, the talks are going on, and any seat sharing, it's not that in the NDA alliance, when the seat sharing talks, it's all going to be smooth. So every party will want to fight a maximum number of seats possible. So it's very natural, and it will all be sorted out by the leadership of our party and the DMK. There's something that in today's meeting that I want to draw your attention to. Veera, Dabba Alliance is the name that the Chief Minister has used for the double engine. Dabba Sarkar is a name that Chief Minister has used for the double engine Sarkar that Mr. Modi mentioned. Mr. Modi mentioned, he's called it the Dabba Sarkar, and the double engine Sarkar has found a mention. BJP Sarkar found a mention. Even DMK and the Congress were mentioned in the Prime Minister's speech, but ADMK was not mentioned even once. Did you notice? And Mr. EPS, after the Prime Minister's speech,
take
it was
that
Mr.
question to Vijay Dharani. Vijay Dharani, the sense is that
extremely upset and sad,
reiterating its identity, which is not the tradition in Dravidian politics, and not mentioning the categorical two-leaf symbol and the AIDMK as the leadership force. That's the point raised by the Congress spokesperson. Respond to that, Vijay Dharani, before I get a quick response from Kovai Satyan and I go to Sumant Raman to wrap this up.
It's very clear. The Honorable Prime Minister has made it very clear that this Dabba Sarkar is nothing but the DMK government presently in power, and the double engine Sarkar is nothing but the ADMK that's going to form
Dabba engine, madam.
Yeah, Dabba engine is DMK, and it's very clear. And then double engine Sarkar is nothing but the ADMK government, which will be supported by NDA from the center. That is the double engine Sarkar. Same mindset and same planning and similar manifestos. All these things will, there will be more similarity between the NDA and the ADMK leading the NDA here in Tamil Nadu. And the Honorable Prime Minister has made it very, very clear. And he has also very clearly stated that what are the funds that has been devolved for Tamil Nadu from the center. 3 lakh crore has been given as infrastructure fund, and 7 times more the funds are given under the rail budget than the Congress DMK period UPA, and more than 11 lakh crores has been devolved from the center towards Tamil Nadu for various other sectors, and the BJP in the center, NDA government.
Sumant Raman, I know you made the point. We've heard the speech of the Prime Minister. You're reiterating it. Before I get to 1 minute, let me just get Sumant Raman very briefly. Sumant Raman, what's the sense? This is seen. Yes, Selam Dhanitharan, I'll come to you in just a bit. But Sumant Raman, just give us a sense of what you see in what's seen as the first act of the NDA's campaign for 2026.
I think that it's been impressive. Most importantly, for the number of allies that they have got on stage. They've got the PMK, and I also thought that the speech by TTV Dinakaran was a huge plus for them, because he sort of endorsed emphatically EPS, and they very clearly said that he would be putting all his energies into getting the alliance across the line. So I think that overall there is a kind of a buzz now. that this is back to being a AIA-DMK alliance versus DMK alliance fight. Now, this is more and more looking like a straight fight. Of course, as I've always maintained, if Vijay at the last minute throws in his lot with this alliance, then it is pretty much a done deal. But if it doesn't happen also, I think now it's looking increasingly like a two-horse race. I mean, the entire idea of the DMK was to convert it into a multipolar contest, three-cornered, four-cornered contest. But today, I think it is more and more becoming a straight fight. And that means that the DMK really has a fight on its hands. This election is wide open now.
That's an important point that you're making there. Salem Dharanitharan, the number of allies that Sumant Raman's pointing out to, and irrespective of why they came together, the arithmetic, at least as far as the 2021 results, some would argue, makes them a formidable alliance. Would you agree?
First of all, there is no alliance even that is existing on the other side, sir. TTV has unfortunately been a reduced spent force now, and half the TTV members have joined DMK, and PMK is split, and DMDK is non-committal. One faction of PMK is joining us, or joining some other alliance. They're not going to join this alliance. OPS is non-committal. Some members of OPS have joined the DMK, whereas the alliance is just trying to create a perception. But very importantly, I will tell you, is not just a Dabba engine government. It is a seized engine government. Air pollution, youth unemployment, Indian universities ranking poorly, dismal state of it's a seized engine government to infrastructural growth. I don't know what the Prime Minister is talking about. Prime Minister should understand people are very smart. Everyone has a cell phone in Tamil Nadu.
One of the allegations, and this has been made in social media, is that the alliance has come together because of fear of agencies and the fear of Tihar. And this is in social media. I'm not saying this. It's not an alliance that's come out because of cohesive groundwork or categorical chemistry like the ones between EPS and some of the leaders out there. Does that make you nervous?
No, this is why I answered in your opening remark, Veera. What has been shown on the social media are by the fake factories of DMK. But what you saw on ground today is the reality. There is a synergy, happiness, and confidence among cadres of all the parties who represent the formidable alliance today. I should appreciate Lakshmi for her honesty today. And thanks for making this statement. We were saying that DMK is still not able to give an answer to Congress demands. That's where they stand. One faction of Congress, who are true congressmen, says that we need to share the power or let's break away. Keep TVK as an option. The other faction says let's go with DMK. MK Stalin is struggling to find a common ground to get the ally together. Then they have to find a common point, common program, minimum program to fight us. They are far behind. We have already started. The ball has started rolling in favor of AIADMK-led NDA alliance.
To the point that Kovai Satyan is saying, Lakshmi, respond to that very briefly.
No, we all have the freedom to express our independent opinion. In their case, in their alliance, it's all being forced by Amit Shah using the fear of ED, CBI. So nobody was on stage on their own. It was all, forced together by the fear of agencies. So he shouldn't be talking about our alliance. Congress is a democratic party. We've all expressed our thoughts, our opinions about alliance formation to our leadership.
Respond very briefly.
Take the best interest for Tamil Nadu. Let him not worry about our
statements on whatever happens on the society is based on their past experience. They view every happenings on their own experience which they have. Arivalyam, CBI raid was happening and the negotiation with Congress was going down with Ghulam Nabi Azad. For DMK and Congress, it's their experience which speaks. They are unable to get into the reality. That is not what's happening today. We are not Karnanidhi. Edappadi is not Karnanidhi to come to Congress. Make it clear, Edappadi is not Karnanidhi. Our leader is not Karnanidhi to come to Congress. Let's make it clear. AIDMK alliance is led by our leader EPS.
Go ahead,
yes, he calls the shots.
Veera, actually, the allegation that is being frequently made against the BJP is that these ED and other things are being. Is that not reality that Congress was utilizing it in the UPA government? But NDA has never done that and always
Lakshmi,
been
respond
honest.
to that and
in
final
all
word
the
from Salem Dharanitharan. Lakshmi, respond.
No, they are whataboutery. I mean, we know that they are the masters of whataboutery. But until yesterday, let's not forget that TTV Dinakaran and Mr. Edapadi refused to even look at each other. And today they were forced to stand together and praise each other and promise to work together. I mean, how are the cadres going to believe them? And how, I mean, there will be no
Final word to you, Salem
on
Dharanitharan, if
the
your interview
ground,
lines
and
okay.
this alliance will fail.
Okay.
Disgruntled with the sun.
Salem Dharanitharan.
When it come to
Okay, but for a
TTV,
moment we'll
the
leave
cadres
the
have expressed
conversation.
that.
Go ahead, Salem Dharanitharan.
No. TTV has expressed TTV's cadres have expressed disgruntlement at TTV joining NDLA. We know why he joined, because of EDCBI income tax. And secondly, PMK, the cadres are disillusioned with the son because he's gone against his own father. DMTK has not joined them. So even BJP and ADMK cadres have not gelled 2024 election. They did not fight together. Some ADMK leaders, senior leaders, also expressed displeasure at BJP joining hands with ADMK. In fact, a senior spokesperson and former minister Jay Kumar has come and said, I lost my own seat because of BJP in 21.
Well, I think
that is the
basically
animosity
the
they share.
spokesperson trick for a spokesperson is to speak about the other alliance and not the trouble in their own alliance. I guess all of them have tougher questions to answer about their own alliances. I'll have to leave this conversation here.